you two, and welcome back to the channel. I'm excited to say that we are slowly but surely growing. I'm very happy that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm bringing you guys. So today I had a juicy story time where this guy had me messed up, like he tried to play me. So without further ado, let's just jump into the story. So I met this guy when I was in 11th grade. I met him one Sunday when we was at church because his uncle was the pastor. So after church one day, we was all out in the parking lot and we started talking or whatever. You know, we started vibing or whatnot. And before I left, he asked me for my number. So I gave him my number. You know, I didn't really think too much of it because he was older than me. So I didn't really think like, oh yeah, he probably was gonna call or he might not call. Like, I really wasn't pressed. So that Monday, I think afternoon after I got out of school, I received a phone call and it was him. So you know, we started talking or whatever, and we started talking like every day. So like every day after I come home from school, like he would be calling me, talking to me. I remember one time my mom had answered the phone and he got like a deep voice. My mom was like, "Who is this grown ass man calling for you?" And I had to say who he was, and she was like, "Oh, okay." I just had to let her know like he had a deep voice. So I'm not gonna say his name. We're gonna call him Jay. So we would talk on the phone a lot. He came to my school this one game night to surprise me or whatever. But I think I had gotten in trouble, so I couldn't go to the game. So it was him, his cousin, and my sister. Now my sister gave me permission to say her name. So my sister Monet, they was all at the game hanging out or whatever. You know, she was making sure like, you know, wasn't no other females talking to him because she knew that, you know, me and him was talking. It was getting kind of serious. At this point, we was talking like a month and a half. So this one particular Saturday, they was having something at the mall that I wanted to go to. And I had told him about it, but he was like, he was busy and he couldn't take me, but we could go do something on Sunday. We was gonna spend all day together, whatever. So, you know, I was a little upset because, you know, I'm like a little spoiled brat. So, you know, to tell me no, I was like, what you mean? Like, nah, we can't go. But, you know, he told me we was gonna hang out all day Sunday. So I was like, okay, you know, that's fine. So I proceeded to go to the mall to the, you know, convention that I wanted to go to. So then I had talked to him later on. So I was like, oh, what you doing tonight? Now he was like, he was going to go to the skating ring. Okay, hold on, pause. So backstory of him going to the skating ring. So the weekend before, him and his cousin went to the skating ring, and we're gonna call him, his cousin named A. So Jay didn't go nowhere without A. Like, they was like two peas in a pod. Like, if you saw Jay, you saw A. If you saw A, you saw Jay. Like, y'all get the point. So they went the weekend before to the skating ring or whatever, and they went together. But when I talked to him this Saturday night, he told me that he was going. So I asked him, was A going with him? And he was like, no, he got something to do with the family or whatever, because A had a wife and kids or whatever. So I was like, like, that was a red flag to me, because he didn't go nowhere without him, especially like out on a Saturday night. Like, he didn't go nowhere without him. So I was like, you know, I tried to play it cool or whatever, like I wasn't impressed. I was like, oh, okay, well, you know what I'm saying, like, have fun or whatever, and if it's not too late when you leave, call me or whatever. So he was like, all right, cool. So I immediately got on the phone, called my sister Monet. I was like, yo, we going to the skating ring night. Like, I don't know what you thought you had planned, but that's canceled. We going to the skating ring. And she was like, why, what's up? I was like, Jay talking about he going to the skating ring and he going without A. So I was like, nah, we about to pop up on him because I know like he doing something. And you know how ladies, we got that women intuition. And 9 times out of 10, like, we're right. So for some particular reason, I couldn't drive us to the skating ring. Like, I'm really not sure what happened. I don't know what happened. We must have had went out and didn't come home at a certain time. The reason why I couldn't drive, because like I said, I was driving at this point and I had drove to the mall earlier that day. So the conditions was like either my mom had to take us and her dad picked us up, or like vice versa. So whatever, we got dropped off into the skating ring and went in there or whatever. And when I walked up to him, y'all should have seen him. You would have thought I was a ghost. Like, he was so shocked to see me. I'm like, yeah, I'm popping up on you because I know something is up. So he go over there and get his skates. Now, mind y'all, like, I'm not coming to the skating ring to skate. So, of course, I ain't buying no skates. I'm coming to see what you doing. So he was like, y'all skating or whatever. And I was like, nah, we might skate a little later or whatever. So he goes out on the skating ring or whatever. Then he come back. And so he was like, y'all want something to eat or whatever. So we go to the concession stand or whatever, get something to eat, and then we move. So we was standing, I think, by the bathroom. And this little girl came up to him. She was like, oh, I thought you was here with Felicia. Like, I'm going to say her name because, you know what I'm saying, I don't really owe her nothing, so I don't really care. So, yeah, she was like, oh, I thought you was here with Felicia. And me and my sister was looking at each other like, who is Felicia? Like, my name not Felicia. I don't know this little girl. I'm looking at my sister like, do you know her? She looking at me like, nah, I don't know her. So he was like, he just laughed it off or whatever. So the little girl left. And I was like, now who is she? And he was like, man, I don't know what that little girl talking about. I was like, yeah, okay. So proceeded to eat our food or whatever. And then at some typical, I think I asked him for his phone. I was like, I need to call somebody or whatever. And at first he was like hesitant to give it to me. So then I snatched it and I ran into the bathroom or whatever. So of course I went through his text messages and his phone call, and what did I see? He got messages from this girl named Felicia. He got a phone log with her name in it. So I'm looking in there, but they ain't really saying like, too much or whatever. So he banging on the bathroom door, talking about, yo, give me my phone, come out, give me my phone, So I came out because I already done seen, like, yeah, you've been talking to her, so I already seen whatever I need to see. So, you know what I'm saying, like, me and my sister, we come out, and I was like, I thought you said you don't know nobody named Felicia. And he was like, man, nah, it's not even like that, I'm like, so if it's not like that, then why you got text messages in your phone, and you got, you know what I'm saying, like, you've been calling her, so evidently, like, you've been talking to her. So I'm like, who is this? I'm like, I'm trying to give you a chance now to tell me what's up without you lying. But if you're gonna continue to lie, like my actions is not gonna be pretty. So he's still like, man, nah, it ain't like that, I'm like, oh, okay, it ain't like that. So I walk away. I'm heated, right? So we at the skating ring, and I don't know about y'all, but like, you know what I'm saying, like back in my day, the skating ring was like popping on Friday and Saturday night. So, it was a whole bunch of other dudes in there. I'm like, all right, bet. He wanna play me, Two could play that game. So me and my sister went to go sit down or whatever. And so these dudes came over there and they was like talking to us or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was having a good old time, like laughing and whatnot. So then I could see him across. So I seen this white girl all up in his face, like doing all of this. So I'm like, I tell my sister, I'm like, yo, you see this or whatever? So she like, yeah, yo, I see this. Da, da, da. I was like, all right. So I was like, y'all, I'll be back. So I get up and I walk over there. He walks away and go out to the skating ring or whatever. So I approached the girl. I'm like, you supposed to be talking to him or whatever, like. And she was like, yeah, I met him last week at the skating ring or whatever. He didn't tell me he had a girlfriend or whatnot. Like, we've been talking all week. I was like, that's funny. I said, because me and him definitely have been, you know, like, that's like my boyfriend. And I've been dealing with him like 2 months at this point now. And I was like, and we talk every day. So I'm like, how do y'all talk every day? And she, you know what I'm saying, she proceeded to tell me the story or whatever. And then, y'all, she told me her age. This girl was underage. Like, this nigga finna go to jail underage. Like, I think she was like 13 or 14. Like I said, I was in 11th grade, but I started school late because of my birthday. So of course I think I was like 16, 17, and he was like 19. Yeah, he was like 19 or 20. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm closer to his age than she is. I'm like, you finna go to jail. So I asked her, I said, so if I go get him and bring him back to you, are you gonna say everything you just said to me and my sister when he over here? She was like, yeah, sure. I was like, all right, now do not play. I was like, I'm about to go get him and I want you to repeat everything that you just said. So she was like, yeah, I'll do that. So I guess he seen that I went to go talk to her because he was on the skating ring. And so he would pass me and I was like, Jay, come here. And he kept going around in circles. Jay, come here. Y'all, it took for me to go out in the middle of the skating ring and I called his whole name. I was like, come here now. And luckily they was about to do speed skating, so everybody had to come off the skating ring floor. So he come off and go to the side, and I was like, come with me. He was like, man, nah, I ain't going nowhere. I was like, all right, I'll go get her. So I told my sister, I said, Monet, make sure he do not move. Stay right here with him. So I go get her and I bring her back over there. So I was like, tell me what you just said. And so, you know, she started telling me everything that she's saying or whatever. So he not saying nothing. So then she walk away. So I'm like, Jay, that's really how you gonna do? Like, you really gonna try to play me or whatever? I said, I try to give you the opportunity. So he still was lying in my face. Now, y'all, I gotta put a disclaimer. I do not condone domestic violence at all. Y'all gotta remember, this was in my younger part in my life, so I was more of a hothead and I could not stand for anybody to lie to me in my face. Like, I hauled off and I hit him. Like, yeah, I mean, it's not one of my proudest moments. I feel like if I could go back, I wouldn't have hit him, but I did. I hauled off and hit him and everybody was like, oh, damn, smack the shit out of you. Like, and he was light skinned and his whole left cheek was red. And I was like, I just walked away. Like, I walked away. Now, I should have walked away before I hit him, but like I said, I was very much a hothead back then. I'm not now. I'm a lot calmer. Woo, thank you, Jesus. I'm a lot calmer. But yeah, so he come over there probably like 5 minutes later and was like, I'm sorry, trying to apologize, and you know what I'm saying, doing that whole spill. And I was just like, I mean, you could have just told me the truth. Like, I gave you the opportunity to tell you the truth and you still wanted to lie. So I was like, I don't really got nothing else to say to you or whatever. So I walked away or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying, we continued the night in there talking to the other dudes that we was talking to. You know what I'm saying, we was just in there having a good time until it was time to go. Now, the next day, he kept blowing up my phone. I ain't want to talk to him. Like, he kept blowing up my phone like the whole next week. So then I think that the next weekend I finally did talk to him, and he kept trying to like apologize and explain himself. And I was just like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, why would you do that? Why would you try to play me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you wanted to talk to her that bad, you could have told me. I was like, but this girl is like 14 and you like 19. Like, you finna to go to jail. I was like, do you not know? Like, people go to jail for this type of stuff. And he was like, well, I didn't know she was that young. She told me she was older. I was like, bruh, you can look at her and tell like she not that. Oh, like she looked like a little ass white girl. And I was like, and she finna get you locked up. I was like, cause you know she gonna call the police on you. Like, you not thinking, dummy. So it's sad to say I kind of continued to talk to him like here and there, but we kind of like drifted off because at that point, like, I really couldn't trust him. So I'm like, it really wasn't no point for me to continue to talking to him like that. So I just stopped talking to him. So that is my story time about how this guy tried to play me one time. If you like these type of videos, make sure to like and subscribe and come back for more videos. Also, in the comments, you can leave me some video ideas, some suggestions that you guys want to see me do. Until next time, bye.